What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Joe Froze. Another free picks video for y'all today here on August 6th, Thursday. And you already know I'm back. Another free picks video, man. Subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, all the stuff, man. Because I'm back again with the free pick videos. And yesterday, we got some good results to talk about, okay? So let's get straight into it, okay? Um, First of all, guys, listen, we had a bad day on Tuesday, okay? But we bounced back. That's what we do, bro. This is what I've been telling y'all, man. You can't ever have two bad days in a row. Okay, that's when it's bad. All right, one bad day max, then you're like, all right, let's shake back. You get unlucky sometimes, bro. But this is what happens when you stick to your guts. This was a good slip, man. Honestly, this was a great slip. Trevor Rogers was looking good pretty much the entire game. Um, had like 10 Ks, pretty much like three hits allowed, something like that. He was great. He was great this game, and yeah, I'm just super proud of his performance. And we ended up taking him, obviously. But yeah, Trevor Rogers under 2.5 was pretty easy. Honestly, it wasn't a sweat at all. And then Sonny Gray over 17.5 pitching outs. It might look like they're sweats, but honestly, he was even better, bro. He gave up like one or two hits the entire game. Just like really controlling the pace of the game for the Red Sox, like I said, and they were never really in any trouble. Zero earned runs. Only reason they took him out is because, I mean, offense hadn't been doing shit all game. So really, just an amazing game throughout for both pitchers. And I also gave this slip out as well for some of my followers on my socials. So if you're not following me on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok, like you're missing out, man. But this slip cash for us as well. We took the Brianna Stewart free square. So I've been talking about chalkboard. They gave us a random free square yesterday. And me, I can put like 20 bucks on it. So that was my max I could put. And we nice little 2.28x, 20 to 45. I mean, I'll take it, man. That's money lying on the floor. Yuri Perez ended up with 9 strikeouts, so it really wasn't even a sweat. I thought maybe a little bit there. If you're watching the game versus the Braves, got in a little bit of trouble with those earned runs. I think believe it was like the third inning, fourth inning, something like that. But that was really the only sweat for it. So nice little cash on these two picks here, boys, and it's good to be back in the green column, of course. So yeah, with that being said, before we hop into the picks today, of course, always use code JoeFroze when you guys sign up to any of these apps. Underdog, Chalkboard was specifically the ones we used for yesterday. So anytime I got some picks up on there, you guys will see it up in the winnable posted. And those are the apps I use. So make sure you got them. Sleeper as well, Dabble. And yeah, they'll all give you some promo like basically money or they'll give you a free pick, stuff like that. They'll always give you some incentives to sign up. So if you use my code, obviously I get a kickback from it, but also you get your promo money. So win-win there. And then also this free pick for Drake May is still active for the first game of the season. But when you sign up, you'll get another one as well. So for Brianna Stewart, it was Brianna Stewart today. Everyone got that one. So yeah, make sure to use code JoeFroze and getting into the picks for today, guys. Looking through the whole slate for August 6th, we got a couple games here. Bunch of good matchups. I'm looking at the Red Sox again, obviously. I'm going to be looking at them. A bunch of good matchups here. But first, we'll get into the pitchers first because that's always what I like to do. We got a good matchup here with our boy Foster Griffin in specific here. As y'all can see, the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Mets. Now, one thing that I note here is Cleveland is only at minus 107 to win this game. Um, I'm a little bit concerned with that. I think it's probably because their batting has been a little bit sus, but Joe Adele has been a good addition for them. And Steven Kwan's back in there. Jose Ramirez. I mean, that's really been like their best batters in this spot. So I don't know why the number's so low. Mets probably because they have McLean out there. It's their best pitcher right now. So maybe that is why. Also, the wind is 80. It's gonna be 85 degrees, 7 mile per hour wind. So probably a little bit more hitter friendly. But Foster Griffin, man, he's in a great spot today. And the pick specifically that we're taking for Foster today is going to be his under earned runs. Now, looking at his last two performances, guys, he went out there, did not have two good games in his last two. Okay, he had two bad games. One was against the Diamondbacks. He gave up 3 earned runs in 6.1 innings, and that was on 6 hits. So giving up a lot of hits to those Diamondback batters who they've been pretty inconsistent. But Looks like they hit him up here on July 25th. And then here on the 31st, Braves have been pretty good all year for the batting lineup. And they hit him up as well. 9 hits, 6 earned runs. So not coming off two great performances here. Okay, that's one thing to note. Um, this says he's going against Philly. That's incorrect. He's not. He's not on the Washington Nationals anymore. He got traded to the Cleveland Guardians. But in his performances in his last 10 before that, I want to look at the season specifically, 2026. You guys can see in his 23 starts, only 7 he's cleared over on that 2.5. So I think the line is just a little bit too high for him, especially for a team like the Mets, man. We've seen it. They're one of the worst offenses, especially without Juan Soto, man. Been horrible. And pulling up the MLB teams, runs per game, you guys are able to see the worst and the best. So for reference, uh, we talked about these yesterday. Washington, 5.34 runs per game. Cubs are up there, Dodgers, Pittsburgh. Usually you'll see some of the better offenses, better teams in the league. And in their last three, or hold on, I'm just gonna look at the entire season here. Um, on the season 2026, Mets are bottom four right now. Basically, one of the worst, if not the worst, team in terms of producing runs. And that really has stayed true in their last, I want to say, 3 games. Haven't really deviated too much from their averages here on the season. So very consistently bad. Um, so this is what I'm looking at here for earned runs. When it comes to earned runs for Foster Griffin, the 2.5 line, just a little bit too high for me. Obviously does have games where he does get hit up pretty bad. And one game versus the Mets here, that was with Soto. That was when they're, I guess, a little bit better offensively. He was on the Nationals as well. Um, but he went 5 innings. He had 5 earned runs, 8 hits. I'm liking him to get a quality start here. I'm liking him to have a good game here against the Mets, and especially with their offensive production recently, it's looking good for Foster Griffin, man. So that's the first pick for y'all today. Foster Griffin under 2.5. Next up, we're heading over to the Red Sox and White Sox once again, man. Another good pitching matchup, bro. So not Sonny Gray today, but we're looking at the White Sox pitcher, Luis Castillo, man. 3 and 9, 5 ERA. Okay. What we're looking at here is for his strikeouts. Okay. So we do have some actual concrete data here. He was traded, I believe. I forget which team it was, specifically the Mariners, I think. Yeah. Mariners. He was a Mariners pitcher. 3 and 9 for the Mariners. Got traded to the White Sox. Had a little bit of time to rest up, but I mean, he wasn't one of the better pitchers in that rotation. Giving up over a 5 ERA here for him. And looking at his strikeouts, I mean, he hasn't hit 5 strikeouts since the start of June. And that's our hook line, really. So if he gets 5, that's where we get hooked. And versus the Red Sox, looking at this head to head, this was June 18th, 2025. The most recent game we have as a sample size is June 19th, 2026. This is around a little bit before the time the Red Sox started getting hot. That offense really started cooking. Now the Red Sox are pretty much unbeatable, man. I mean, probably the hottest team in the MLB right now, as opposed to the Dodgers, who, I mean, we already know this, man. One of the coldest teams after trading for Scooball. So Luis Castillo, man, under 4.5 seems like a great spot for him here. I'll look at this season wide as well on the season, all games. It's only 7 of 20 games that he's gone over 4.5 here. As y'all can see, this is the 2026 season, and a lot of those were earlier in the season. Teams have started to figure him out a lot. 4 seems like the average for him, 4.3, and get him at that hook line at 4.5. The under seems to be very good here, and even looking at we can go to MLB team batter stats, go to team batting. By the way, website's called teamrankings.com. Completely free resource, as is RotoWire, of course. You guys can see all of their all of their head-to-head batting data as well. So even Castillo, and this is a slight tangent here, but even Castillo versus this batting lineup, he struck out Wilson Contreras. This is 22 at bats for Contreras. That's with 10 hits. That is with 5 strikeouts, but I mean, 15 of those he didn't. So that looks good for Contreras. And a lot of these batters he's already faced a good amount, and these guys have been very productive versus him. There's only pretty much like one guy, like Wong, hasn't been too good versus him. 286, um, 286 OPS, and then Burley. That's kind of it, man. Besides Monasterio, doesn't have that many plate appearances. Most of these guys, that OPS is over 600, which is really good. And even a lot of these guys are over 700, which is getting to that elite territory. So a lot of guys with potential to hit him up. Red Sox been one of the, hottest offenses right now, as we've seen. And looking at strikeouts per game, you guys can see which teams strike out the most. In 2026, it's looking like Cincinnati. Cincinnati was one of those teams that does strike out quite a bit. So if we're looking at teams that strike out not that much, you can see Boston's right here. They're at 13 at 8.19. So a decent amount of strikeouts here for the team. But we're talking about a pitcher who has a good chance to get shelled, and historically has basically been like 50-50 right on that line. We already saw him before the Red Sox offense was doing great. He went under on this one. So I see the same thing happening for Castillo here. Castillo under 4.5 and Foster Griffin under 2.5. So this is the pitcher slit for y'all boys. Make sure to drop a like, drop a subscribe on the video for the free pick. And as well as join my free winnable guys. That's where I post all my picks. There's a free subscription on here. Basically, all my picks will get texted to your phone as soon as I drop them, and guys will start coming up in here and seeing the picks before I even record the video. As you guys can see, I dropped the second pick here. Somebody already tailed this one here, but this is the second pick we'll get into. But yeah, make sure you guys join up on that. Let's get into the second one here. You guys already saw it. Wilson Contreras is the first one. So kind of correlating here with Castillo going under is Contreras having a good game. You guys already saw it. Versus Castillo, Contreras has 22 at bats, 10 hits, one homer, five RBIs, and a 131 OPS. So one of the best matchups on the board for batter versus pitcher. Yes, he has struck him out 5 times. There is that, but when you're a slugger, when you're a power hitter, you swing or you go broke. Okay, that's the motto. Okay, and you can see Contreras on a side piece, if you guys want to add this one to another slip, or if you guys just want like a nice little single, for him to strike out is another good one as well. But I expect him to get 2 HRRs today, boys. So 2 hits, runs, RBIs, just at least get on base, get that offense moving. He's the initiator, and like I said, 26 and 10, 17 total bases, a home run, walked him a couple times. Contreras definitely has the edge versus him, man. Contreras definitely has the edge versus Castillo, and I definitely see him getting on the at least just getting to first base, just getting on the plate. But you guys can see versus the White Sox historically, he's had their number, averaging 3 HRRs versus the White Sox. Okay, so we just saw it last game. He had 2 HRRs. The game before that in this series, 6 HRRs. When this offense is cooking, he is doing good. Okay, guys. So not much else to say here. Wilson Contreras, the first one. And for our second one here is another great batter versus pitcher matchup, and that is Alec Bohm to get 1.5 HRRs. Now, I do like the hits as well for just like one hit if you want something a little bit safer here. But like I said, these videos, I'm not really doing like a full slate breakdown. If you let me know if you guys want me to see like full slate breakdowns in these free pick videos. But I know a lot of you guys like just quick dopamine, like what's the best batter versus pitchers, what's the best pitchers today. Scanning through the board, this is one of the better ones, guys, of all the whole day. Miles Mikolas is the pitcher he's going against today. Complete ass, man. He's one of the worst pitchers. 5.67 ERA, one of the worst pitchers in the Nationals starting rotation, and that's not a good starting rotation. Okay, their offense is doing a lot of the carrying this year. But if they just imagine if they had aces out in their starting rotation, man. I mean, brother, they'd be one of the best teams in the MLB right now. Let's be honest. But they're not. So Alec Bohm here, even to just get one hit, it's a good projection here. But his line is at 2.5, right? So we're gonna bump that down to 1.5, and it looks a lot more reasonable. Looks a lot more reasonable. Keeps the payout at a good solid amount here. He's cleared in 80% of his last 5 head to head versus the Nationals here. You guys can see cleared in 16 of 32. So he does have historical hit rate versus them. Versus Mikolas, he has 19 plate appearances, 7 hits, 12 total bases, and a home run. And I can even go down to Miles Mikolas's profile as well. You guys can see his batting average, okay? So Alec Bohm, 16. I think it's a little bit off. I don't know which one is accurate here. I'm going to go ahead and trust RotoWire a little bit more. But 16 and 6, one home run, 2 RBIs. That's a 375 average, over a 1 OPS here. So one of the only guys on here, him and Marsh have been really good. Even if you wanted to take Bohm and Marsh like in a HRRs, They've really been the two guys that have been doing pretty good. Arias has been great as well, but I expect this Philly offense to have a good time versus this guy Mikolas. Okay, so Bohm is my pick for today. I think the line was high for a reason. I think he's going to do good. In his last 10, he's averaged 2.4. So even just to get on base and someone else to get him moving as well through those runs, I like it. I like it. So that's the second pick for y'all today. Alec Bohm, 1.5 HRRs. Wilson Contreras, 1.5 HRRs. Boys, how we feeling? How we feeling? Two picks that we absolutely love here. We cashed yesterday. We took Yuri. We took Sonny. We took Rogers. We took the pitchers. Today we're relying on some hitters, okay? And I know hitters can be a little bit more inconsistent. I could have, done zero point 0.5, 0.5. We're taking a little bit of risk here, guys. I want you guys to understand that. This is gambling. This is not guaranteed. Obviously, you guys know this is why you're here. But 1.5 HRRs for each of these. It's a solid spot. Both of these guys are in good matchups. I like them both to do good, okay? And these pitchers, same thing. Castillo, he's going against Contreras, man. He's shitting his pants. A lot of those guys on that Red Sox offense are on red fire hot, okay? And Foster Griffin going against one of the worst offenses in the league right now. Okay, so we're looking at the overall look of the team, and we're picking the stats instead of buying the teams. So that's kind of what we're doing here, right? Instead of buying the teams, instead of buying Philly at minus 358. Holy shit, man! I mean, you're putting down 100 to win like 120, bro. Like at that point. And coming up to Cleveland here. I mean, if you want to take Cleveland minus 107, hey, I'm not going to argue with you there, but getting him at the under 2.5 earned runs is a great line for him, and I'm sure he's covering that more than Cleveland is covering the straight up versus the Mets. This is two pretty middle of the pack team. I mean, Mets are horrible. Cleveland, middle of the pack. So this is what we're doing here. These are the two picks. You guys saw it. Make sure to get into the winnable for absolutely free, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe. It's your boy Joe Froze. Y'all have a good one. Peace.